If you look at the algae, again with your powerful microscope, you see that there is green algae that may look like this if it's Streptococcus, and if it's a cyanobacterium, it may be nostoc or cycnemia. And that's just 3 of the kinds that are in as the photobionts. These are photobionts. A few Okanogan County lichens. You have basically seen this one, Otharia columbiana. You've seen this one, Bryoria, horsehair. You've seen this witch's hair, which is Electoria. And we'll talk about some of these others. I will mention this one. This one is so common on the ground. It's a Cladonia species. And yes, it's related to reindeer moss, reindeer lichen. It's not a moss, obviously. Okay, and then we have a few obscure. I think in my first conversation with Julie, I said, well, I'll show some common and I'll show some obscure. Well, here is an obscure. Larry remembers when we started looking for this, and I think George was in on this too. We started looking for Peltigera neckeri as one of our directives. And this is a Peltigera neckeri, and this was found in Lost Creek, which, if you don't know where that is, it's Dugout Mountain area. Another one we looked for, which is rather obscure. Of course, I better say, we found much more Peltigera neckeri than we would have ever guessed. Once you figured out where it would be found, and you kind of used what I call the Gestalt feeling. If we go here and it's got the right, exposure and the right moisture and so forth, we're going to find it, and we did. And then on Kobe Creek, we had Nephroma bella, and that's the same category. If you know where to look and you look for it, you're probably going to find it. So a lot of these were taken off the sensitive list. But back in 2005, these were sensitive. This is one on Fir Mountain. It's called Pseudocyphalaria anomala. I'm sorry, I don't know the common name for that one. But that's the only place we ever found it. And this one's also from Fir Mountain. It's called Pholerna dissimilis. And each one of these is just the little head with the reproductive structures on it is about 1/4 of a millimeter. It may look big there, but it's not. And I believe Larry found a Nephroma occultum, one Nephroma occultum location. Maybe it was in Kobe Creek. Been a while. So those are a few obscure. Lichens are polyhydric. What do you think that means? Yeah, it has to do with water. So in other words, they can tolerate dehydration and recover without physiological damage. They don't have any conductive tissue. They have no root stems or leaves.
So are most of these that you're passing around alive?
Most of these that I'm passing around, they are probably, because I gave some of them when I passed around water this morning, they're coming out of this poikilohydric state. But they were in a poikilohydric state of desiccation. Does that make sense to you? So, are they alive now? Well, we give them a little bit more light and they would start to photosynthesize, because I gave them water this morning. Julie and I both, we sprayed them with some water bottles that we're going to use later up here. And so they did start to get into the metabolic stage again. But I'm sure they're not to that point yet.
How long can they be dehydrated?
Pardon me?
How long can they be dehydrated before they die?
As long as they're not You know, when a lichen falls out of an epiphyte, like out of a canopy and gets on the ground, it's gonna go into the soil right away. But if you keep them in an area where they're not molding, they'll last quite a while. And lichens that are curated, they're always in a dry state. Nobody takes them out of their little envelopes that you'll see up here. Nobody takes them out of those envelopes and gives them some water or some sunlight. They stay in that state as curated specimens. And I don't know if anybody's ever done a study on what if you gave them light and, you know, water and sunlight, would they start metabolizing again? I would guess some of them probably would, but I haven't seen a study. So. Okay, and we talked about the winter months. They fix CO2, which is a photosynthetic property, at 32 degrees Fahrenheit and lower. And they love it at 50 and lower. So they're in their heyday right now. Give me some wet, give me some sunshine. As long as it's not freezing cold, you know, 15 below, I'm gonna make hay while the sun shines. And of course they show bright colors.